So, all right, I'm going to do this. Jose, Kevin, what's the thing you hated absolutely most about drinking? For me, it was the poor sleep, hangovers, the weight gain. Thanks for doing these lights. Yeah, no problem. The worst thing for me, I think, when I was drinking was the hangovers, definitely. The sleep, I didn't notice it because I drink to knock myself out, and I think there was a fear in that was creeping up on me. That was quite I didn't like. The hangovers were getting worse, but in retrospect, like I said, a lot of the time when you get outside of this, you look back on your old life, it's things become a lot clearer to you. And from that perspective, it was for me, it was that fogginess of mind and how much I missed out on in my old life. And there's often a problem in life when you do this kind of thing, when you say to yourself, well, I've been drinking for 30 years and I could have been this way or I could have been that way. You start living your life, or you start seeing the life that you missed out on as the only life. That's the only life that you could have lived, right? Instead of saying, right, well, that's my past now and I have to start moving forwards and have to learn from those lessons of the past. The past is what it is. There's every step of the way you could have made an alternative decision and said, well, I'm not going to do this or I'm not going to do that. But you didn't. And you are where you are because of what you've done, because of what you thought, because of everything, as we said earlier on, those beliefs lead to the thoughts, to the words, and to the actions, the behaviors, the habits, everything. But that is what it is, and there's no point in looking backwards and saying to yourself, well, what I could have done if only I'd have copped onto myself, So that was a hard thing for me to do when I stopped. But it was I think it was the fogginess of the brain that I didn't realize was happening until I stopped, and then my mind started to clear up, and I realized, how much that was a big factor in my life. So I hope that answers your question, Jose.